Alright y'all, Miss Early Rides was going home. Here we go. 18 north. Moving out. Bye, I love you! Bye, Miss Early Riser! Alright. Early Riser, how does it feel now that you got to spend 4.5 days with your beloved wife, live inside the Matrix? Now you're back on a trail, heading northbound, heading to the halfway point. Good question, whoever asked it. I'll tell you, it's tough. I love that woman, I love our life. And like I said, and Nylock said it again in his comments yesterday, of my only route home is over that big rock in Maine after I put my lips on the sign. So again, I'm reinvigorated. My grit stronger than ever. Now I just got to detach from the Matrix today. Take care of my body. Put up some big numbers, but only if my body can take it. And have fun. Hopefully I get to see her again and my son in about 2 weeks. 10 days actually. So hopefully that'll work out, but I told her, you know, she's gonna have to bring the dogs this next time. So if that gets too much of a pain, maybe they just hang out somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. We'll work it out. Appreciate the suggestions on where to stay. I'm gonna have to relook at the book. Definitely around the Gettysburg area sounds pretty cool. Again, if anybody has any more comments, or if you made a comment a few videos ago and could make it again, or a similar place to stay or whatever, that would help out, because I know my wife will read the comments tomorrow. She's going to be doing all the research on this one, so might help her out. Anyway, heading north. Here we go. Got to get some pretty big miles today. It is day 51, the 7th of April, Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. And it is just past 8 in the morning. Here we go. All right, y'all. Man, I'm thinking Big Bird and Stamps are in front of me. Said they're gonna leave at 8. I was a little bit behind them. I started at 5:22, which isn't far, at the highway 522. Which isn't that far from the hostel. I'm thinking they may have left a little early. So I'm trying to move a little bit fast. But if they didn't leave early, then I'm running away from them. So hopefully I didn't miss them. Stamps will be punching out 30s anyway, so I know I'm gonna keep seeing him over and over. Me and him are moving about the same pace. Big Bird I might not get to see, but buddy, if I don't, A, I'll be sad, but B, you gotta know Early Riser is one of your biggest fans, bro. Like, I'm rooting for you. There needs to be more good souls like yours out on this trail, and there's a bunch of them, but you're a special guy, buddy. So hike your hike, and just do what you do, because we all love it. All right, been going uphill a while, but man, it's nothing like Georgia, North Carolina right now, so it's good. Feel great. Y'all know me, chatty Cathy in the morning and in the afternoons, licking my wounds and just trying to make it to the end of the day. So a couple of gear changes that we talked about. Yes, I have my Gossamer gear Mariposa 60 on right now, and I'm telling you, it feels great. But I'm about 2 miles into it. There's no doubt my back's gonna sweat with this pack, but it's a lot lighter weight. It forced me to cut some gear. So far, the objective of buying this pack, man, everything has been, all my little check marks have been checked. We'll see how she does. How do I say this? I guess at approaching the halfway point, it almost seems asinine. Why would you switch out something that's working? But I'll tell you, it's kind of fun. Like yesterday and this morning, I'm doing last minute adjustments, trying to figure out where everything's going to go, where I'm going to like it, and I'm going to have to make more adjustments. But it kind of gives me something to do. I kind of like it, so I kind of look forward to that. Got a bigger battery charger now, so that's going to set my mind at ease a little bit. Hopefully help me get some more videos posted where if I only have 2 bars, I can just let it run. I don't have to worry about losing all power before I get to the next town. So hopefully that'll play out good. I bought a Nalgene bottle yesterday at Target. I'll tell you what I won't do anymore, which is run. Even slack packing, I had a real light rucksack on. I ran for 2 days, probably a total of 6 to 10 miles total. More than that, really, probably about 12 miles total. And body wasn't ready or used to it. So my right hip flexor was all tight yesterday. Tendon behind my left knee's all tight today. And I had my wife, which was really good. She got the rolling stick, and she can put a lot more pressure, you know. So I laid on the bed and just let her roll my legs out yesterday. And my hip flexor pain and tightness is gone. All my hamstring tightness is gone. Still got a little bit of pain in that tendon, which you can't roll, just right behind your knee. But yeah, it's great to roll yourself out. But man, if you can get your spouse or a significant other or even a bro to roll you out, because they can put more pressure, especially on those trigger points. I had some huge trigger points yesterday from run. She would just get that stick on top of it. I'd tell her, yep, right there, because that's where it freaking hurts the worst. And she would just press down, mash all that fascia up. Feel really good today. So the Nalgene's coming out with me so I can do a little bit more rolling. I can get some pressure on those hip flexors in the evenings. I can do some more glute muscle rolling, which the stick just really is hard to target by yourself. So that's an addition. And I dropped my little smart water bottle, so I have 2 liter capacity now. But I'm only going to keep my smart water bottle full while I'm walking. Unless it's a dry area, then I'll add some water to my Nalgene. Looks like there's going to be plenty of water today, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I'll give you guys a review later on about the ruck. Right now, loving it. You know, they just came out with a new hip belt, the way it attaches to the backpack this year. I can't speak for the old one, but this one right here is good to go. There we go, about tripped on a rock. This one's good to go. Pack's rested nicely on my hips. Feels a lot like the AG65 did, other than obviously it doesn't have the badass osprey netting on my back. But it's pretty damn cold today, so I'm kind of good with that. When it gets hot, yeah, I'm gonna have some back sweat, probably some back zits, and maybe even some heat rash before this is over with. But ain't nothing I ain't lived through before. All right, any specific questions about the backpack, especially for people trying to decide between Z-Packs and this? Like, I can't speak for Z-Packs, but Kansas Rocks one. Stamps has a UL. I think he's got the 2.0, I'm not sure. So there are some people out here who have the whole gambit of rucks that are lighter weight. Z-Packs, if that back ventilation is a critical item for you, then the Z-Packs is just going to be an obvious choice in your decision-making matrix. If that is a must-have, then that's going to count the Gossamer gear. That's just going to strike it off your list. If it's not a must-have, then Gossamer gear's a good ruck to look at. All right, y'all, it's probably long enough for now. Let's get moving. Something else I was just thinking about that, you know, it's going to be down freeze warning tonight. So up at this little bit of higher elevation, I think we're going to be below freezing. So I was thinking about keeping my Patagonia waffle mid layer. But then me and my wife just decided we went to Walmart, went to the clearance rack because they're putting all their summer stuff out, and got a nice little long sleeve hooded, fairly lightweight, but it's been warm this morning, shirt that compresses down really good, because that's the problem with that waffle mid layer. It takes up so much freaking room, it doesn't compress good. So we just added this, took that shirt out, and she's taking it home, and should be good to go. My 40-degree quilt will probably be put to the test tonight, as well as my mat that only goes down to 30 supposedly, but we're all good. I got a couple of body hand warmers, or the body warmers, that I can stuff in there with me tonight if it gets cold, so really not worried about it. Still got my puffy jacket, that thing's warm as crap. So I still have the essential cold weather stuff. I'm sure we'll be glad to be able to get rid of it for a little while when it warms up a little bit more, and then probably regain it. So I get near the whites. We'll see how it works out. One more thing I wanted to thank my wife for is yesterday, even in the pouring rain, she figured out a way to spray all of my clothes, all of my kit that needed it with permethrin. As we move into tick season and bug season, that's going to help out. So we had to bring some of it back in the room to dry. I thought we were going to die, but we lived. It was okay. But she did great, man. That helped me out tremendously while I was trying to adjust my ruck and everything yesterday. She was doing that. Such a big help. So good having her around. Love you, babe. Thanks for everything. It's so good to have you here. Second little gravel road we crossed over today. Since we crossed over 522, water sources are recharged. Jonquils are in bloom, even though it's cold today. As you can tell, spring hadn't fully hit here yet, but it's coming. It's on the doorstep. Track's a little muddy today, trying to stay on the grass. You know I love these fields though. Love them. Awesome. I wanted to give a shout out to my mom, Eagle Mountain Mom. Those were the best days that me and Mrs. Early Riser have had in, man, years. It was great. Just us. Nothing to do but focus on our relationship just for those few days before I head back out on this journey. And man, they were great. So Mom, we owe you big, but in the end, just know that I love you, and these days were just, can't even measure them. Can't even measure them and how priceless they were. Thanks, Mom. All right, this just made my day. Sorry, shaking. If you don't know much about Mosby and Mosby's Rangers, you should read about them. Pretty cool. So you set your feelings aside of Confederate and Union stuff and just appreciate what all these men went through. Very cool. Highway 61. You come across railroad tracks, out of the woods, and you follow this road right up underneath the two bridges. Pretty cool. I kid y'all not. I'm holding the camera still. You probably can't see it, but it's snowing. Ha! April the 7th. Get some snow in Virginia. Pretty cool. Alright, y'all, just got to Manassas Gap Shelter. Hopefully you can see that snow falling down. Pretty cool. It's a good little shelter. It's got some tent spots back right when you leave the trail, just a couple. But it's got an overhang, and that's good. And it also has a bear hanging pole, a food hanging pole, which is also good. Yeah, it's a pretty nice shelter. Digging it. They've got it sealed off the wall so no wind gets through. Nice picnic table. 3 benches. and it's got a privy and a spring. It's pretty cool. Hope wherever I stop tonight looks like this. All right, y'all, this is Dave Smith.
Hey.
Y'all may recognize him. He's a follower on YouTube and he comments a lot. And he just brought me a little trail magic. He brought me a lot of stuff. I'm still full, but I'm taking some blocks and a banana. And Dave, man, I appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
What's your history? Where are you from?
I live in just outside of DC, and I was backpacking a lot when I was younger, like in scouts and stuff, but kind of fell out of it, and then recently, about 3 or 4 months ago, I got back into it.
Awesome.
And it's been kind of fun to dive into the world and follow along as people go on much bigger trips than I ever will. So
how much are you doing today?
Today I'm just doing maybe 12, 13 miles,
awesome.
Something like that, just getting in shape for a section hike.
What section are you going?
I'm doing the Shenandoah's northbound, so from
awesome.
Rockfish Gap to Compton Gap, basically.
Yeah, that's great.
So
that's exactly where I started this morning. All right, buddy, it was good to meet you, Dave.
It was great to meet you.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna give one more shout out to Dave Smith. Really good to meet you, buddy. I told him I didn't even notice it till he called my name, and then I was like, started talking to him. I was like, man, I think I probably appear like I'm a little distant right now. And I told him why. I was like, man, I kind of just realized I'm trying to walk off the fact that my wife went back home. I'll tell you, man, that's I haven't even thought about it. I mean, I have, but until I saw him and we started talking, then I realized, man, it's pretty tough. Like, I had a really good time, hanging out with her this week. So, Dave, I owe you a little bit too, man. Not only for he brought a lot more stuff. Again, all the stuff that I love. I'm just so full on food, I can't take any of it right now. But you did more than that for me, Dave. Kind of snapped me out of my little early riser pity party there and got me a little refocused. So again, y'all can call it hogwash if you want. The trail always gives you what you need right when you need it. And Dave, you were part of that, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Hey, by the way, just so everybody knows, I've made a concerted effort with it being windy today to plug my headphones into the phone, route that up through my shirt to try to block the wind. So after I give about a month and a half of crap to people about saying put a sock over your phone or a cotton ball, this is me giving in, saying you're right. But anyway, hey, I'd like to, today's professional development for all of us, and I did this morning, and I still think I have a couple more minutes to watch. Swat Sullivan, I think I'm saying that right, I call him SS. He sent out a link to Darwin on a Trail's video about how the AT ruined his life. And he says that in jest, but it's an interesting catchphrase which makes you want to watch it. So if everybody would, go watch that video, it's not long, and then comment on it what you think about it. Because I'll tell you, as I'm 4 or 5 days away from the actual halfway point, and I should be at the ATC tomorrow late or first thing on Sunday morning, my mind shifts a little bit. It ain't over till it's over, believe me. I know that, but what after Katahdin? His video is very interesting to me. I've heard a lot of it from other people, but I think Darwin hit a lot of key points. So I'm interested to hear what this audience thinks about it. So if you would, just watch it, comment on it today or tomorrow, and we'll have a discussion. Thanks, y'all. All right, y'all. 32 miles at Harper's Ferry. Pretty cool. Rod Hollow Shelter is the next shelter. It's 6.6 miles. Sorry, hold on. Currently it's 1448 for you military-minded boys and girls. I'm working on mile 19 right now for the day. No, 18. Working on mile 18, almost at 18. All good. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Shelter's gonna put me at 24-ish for today. which sounds fine. Now I'm in a state park where you're not supposed to camp away from the shelter, so I'll have to figure that out. But I was trying to get to the 1,000-mile mark tonight. I may wait till tomorrow. But so 32 miles into Harper's Ferry, that means if I get there tomorrow, it'll be kind of maybe around this time, if not a little bit later in the afternoon. So I gotta figure that out, see if that's the right thing. Maybe stop and stay at a hostel. Maybe grab a couple of resupply items that I used today to keep pushing forward. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out tonight. But anyway, it's been a good day. Feeling pretty good. Feet are feeling pretty good. Loving life. Had a pity party for myself for a little while. The little devil sitting on my shoulder for a little while, trying to convince me that, man, why are you doing this? You ain't even halfway yet. You could go home and resume normal activities. Man, he had me deep, y'all, and I'm telling you, this is going to happen to everybody several times on this walk if you do it, and if you are doing it, and if you have done it. I think you can verify. Quick phone call to the wife. Quick couple of food items that makes me happy. My mind switched back on to pushing north, and I'm excited to be here. Here you go. This is what the restriction is. Septic park shelter overnight camping is prohibited on all properties between Route 50, 17, and south boundary of Sky Meadow State Park. I don't know how far Sky Meadow State Park is, but I'll figure that out too. Coming up to an open field. I like this. Pretty cool views out that way. Alright, y'all. Gary at Happy Trails Outfitters yesterday. I didn't mention it because I don't want everybody going there thinking he's going to give everybody a dang goodie bag, but he gave me a goodie bag yesterday. I was the first northbounder that had stopped in there this year. And in that goodie bag were these. Let me pull them out real quick. He wanted me to try these. There we go. If I get my big old... Hold on. I've got my headphones plugged in today, so everything's a little bit backwards. So, Voke Vitalizes, chewable tabs, guana bear, I can't say it. In the end, it's green tea caffeine. It's a guana berry, that's how I'm going to say it, it's probably wrong. But inside there's 7 tabs, I think. And they're kind of just almost like a Rolade or a Tums consistency. And equivalent to a cup of coffee, have 100% of your daily value of vitamin C and some other things. And I tell you, I took one about an hour ago, and early riser's feeling pretty good. So Gary, I've taken 1 tab. He wanted me to review them, and I hope he's watching this. But Gary, I took 1 of them, man, and I'm starting to enjoy them already. So I'll give you another review when I get more in me over the next few days. So far, so good. The energy feels clean, doesn't feel dirty. I feel good. And pushing north. Alright, we'll see y'all later this evening. Last thing for a while, so I probably won't turn the camera back on until I get into camp unless I see a bear or something like magnanimous. But I just read the card that Dave Smith gave me with the Trail Magic that he gave, and Dave, that card was good, man. Fires me up. I appreciate the comments. I'm glad your motivation's elevating to get back out here. And man, we win. We all win. When one person gets a hobby that is healthy like this and gets you back out and get you in touch with who you really are, we as a community win. Now our goal, and my wife asked me yesterday, and we're almost at 4,000 subscribers, and I'm excited. But she was kind of asking me, hey, why are you pushing that so hard? Why do you care? It's hard to explain. What I tell you is there's no egotistical, ooh, look, I'm early riser, I have 4,000 subscribers. Dave's card is a great example of why it's important. The bigger this community is, the more people we're going to reach, the more people that will hopefully come out here and experience this, whether it's a section, a through, a day hike, whatever it is, and start finding themselves a little bit more and unplugging from the matrix. the red pill or the blue pill. We're trying to guide people to the right choice. Well, let's just say the best choice. I don't like black and white answers. The better choice, which is to come out here and find yourself a little bit. Unplug from the madness. David, man, I appreciate it, buddy. Can't say it enough. It was good to meet you, man. I know I didn't get a sunrise today. I'll get y'all one in the morning. I'll get me one too, because I love them. This is a cool little area right here inside the park. Very cool. Good view. Haven't got to see too many pretty flowers since we started. Question my manhood all you want, but I love flowers. I'm going to miss planting all our potted flowers this year, which I would already be doing right now. This whole field of those up there, beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Winter's been great because of the views. Spring's gonna be great because of the flowers. Love it. All right, I guess we're going to the roller coaster. Not sure I've heard of this. Maybe I have. It doesn't stick out. Let's see what they got. By the way, we're working on mile 25 right now, almost 26. See what happens. All right, y'all. Made it into a stealth camp spot. I'm at mile marker 998.5, meaning I am 1.5 short of 1,000. There's a shelter at 1,000.2. So if I can get my butt up and early enough and get up there before daylight, I'm going to stand up on the trail. The shelter's a ways off the trail, but I'm going to stand up on the trail and I'm going to yell something like attention on deck, early riser has just reached 1,000 miles, and then give a woo or something like that, and then keep walking. I don't know what that's going to prove, but it's going to make me feel good. We'll see if anybody hears it. And I will try to get it on film. How about that? All right, y'all, got me some ramen, packaged chicken, 2 scoops of powdered peanut butter, garlic infused olive oil, Texas Pete hot sauce, all mixed together. Cooking, ready to make me very happy. Been eating some peanut butter pretzels. Got the tent on lockdown. Got my food bag laying all over the place. Got my mom's cookies laid out here. Life's good, man. Went 29 today. I feel really good. That pack is riding really good. It's a lot lighter, like not just the pack, but it forced me to get rid of some stuff. Not a lot, but I'm definitely lighter. Feeling good. The track's kind of, it's pretty flat out here now, so should be able to do big miles every day, I hope. I want to give a shout out to Dave Smith again. He made my day today, buddy. Not just giving me trail magic, but the card and the sentiment behind the card was awesome. Makes me feel good, man. Makes me feel like what we're all doing out here is worth it, and I appreciate it, buddy. Glad to see you today, and it's my pleasure to meet you. ATC is located at like 1,023 or 24 miles, so that means I've got about 25 miles to it. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, to be honest with you. I'm going to at least go that far, and we'll see from there. I don't know what the plan will be, but we'll talk about it on the way there. All right, y'all. Miss my wife. It was awesome having her here, and it was awesome having y'all getting to meet her via video, and the positive support y'all give is mind-numbing to me. Y'all are just some great people, and I really appreciate y'all. And life's good, man. People are good and life's good. All right, y'all, are y'all tired of staring at my gas canister and my titanium cup yet? That's all I got, man. TCCB, I love you guys. Grandma, Eagle Mountain Mom, love you to death. Thank you again for everything and giving me and my wife the opportunity to be together this week. It was awesome. All right, y'all. Day 52. Day 51's in the book. Day 52 is coming up. Tomorrow's April the 8th.